guys, Courtney Matthews here with the 10-day no spend challenge. It is time again to take the challenge that is designed to whip your budget into shape and for you to get a grip on your budget. That's right, it's the 10-day no spend challenge. Yay! So, welcome to day one. So, normally day one is all about teaching you what to expect and actually doing the prep work to begin your budget week. However, this time day one is all about planning, and so I wanted to take that extra day out that we spend time usually on a Monday to prepare. Instead, whenever you get this video, whenever it falls into your lap, preferably it's before November the 5th, which is the Monday that we actually hit the ground running. When you get this video, you can actually go ahead and start. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do is go ahead and set aside budgets for gas and for groceries. Those are two things that we know we're going to spend over the next 10 days for sure. Okay, so step two is to take a look at your upcoming payments over the next 10 days from November 5th to November 14th. Do you have to pay mortgage? Do you have to pay rent? Do you have to pay a light bill? Do you have to pay your car note? Anything like that, any kind of payments that you are expected to have to make, go ahead and make a note of those as well. If you have a calendar, if you have the Money Makeover calendar, financial planner, you can just write it down in there. Shameless plug. And also any field trips that you can account for, for your kids, or any kind of small expenses that you know are going to come up over those next few days. Specific, not, oh, I know I'm gonna need something generic. No, specific. My son told me they had a field trip in 3 days, so that's going to be a cost. Something like that, specific. So go ahead and make a note of those upcoming payments. That's step two. Okay, so step number three, after we've accounted for the gas, the groceries, the upcoming payments, the upcoming expenses that we know of, step number three is going to be to take out cash for those specific areas, or you can use the envelope system if you don't want to use cash. I know some people don't carry cash, and some people would prefer to make a paper trail on their card. If I'm going to spend $30 on gas, I'm either going to take out the $30 out of the bank and put it in a separate envelope just for gas. Same thing with groceries. If I'm going to spend $100 on groceries, I'm going to take out $100 and put it into a grocery envelope, right? So the alternative is, with that same envelope, if you don't want to take out the actual cash, still write gas, grocery, rent, mortgage, field trip on the envelope. But when you spend the money, you're going to track it. You're just going to put the amount on there, okay? Let me explain. Okay. I had to go and get some envelopes so I can show you guys. So for the cash method, it's totally up to you. When I used to use the cash method all the time, I would just simply take out the cash, fold it up, either put it in a rubber band. I know. But my wallet was big enough where I could just kind of fold it up once and stick it in certain places of my wallet. And depending on how much it was, I kind of knew what it was for. But if you want to do the envelope system, I didn't write. You can write on your envelope. I didn't write on mine because this is a stamped envelope and I'm gonna need to use this. But you can just simply write gas on the envelope. And what I want you to do is, whether you're using cash to actually put the cash in here and only spend it when you need it, or if you're using your card, still put gas on the envelope, and you can track the date that you actually swiped your card. And so when you're looking on your bank statement, you know which date to look for. And so you can just put the date, the amount, and if you're like me, I have 5 different cards that I use between my business. I have 2 business cards, and 3 personal cards. So I like to put the card that I use, just kind of so I can remember. I normally remember. But if you want to put the card that you use, that's totally okay. Now, I do suggest stick it into one card for one thing, but we can talk about that later. And then you have your food envelope. So with this, same thing. You can actually put the food, if you're going to budget $100 just for, for food over the next week, you can put $100 on here. And if you only spent $90, then what you would do is you've spent $90 and you only have $10 left, right? So you would account for that $10. Now it's totally up to you if you want to spend that $10 at Chick-fil-A, or if you want to go to another store and get something that store didn't have, or if you want to just save that $10. That would be my suggestion. Save that $10, because you never know if you're going to be under in another budget. Okay, so basically what you do is you do that for every area that you've already identified. And that's why we're taking the time to go ahead and plan and go ahead, and so we can see what my week is gonna look like. Okay, so I'm super excited to take this challenge with you guys. Yes, I will be doing it too. Make sure you have shared with your mama, your cousin, whatever, all up and down your timeline that you are taking this 10-day challenge, and you're finally going to get a grip on your budget. Yes, you are. After 11 months, you're going to do it. Yes. So that's it. Happy planning.